So Rajasthan have posted 154 on the board. Courtesy Mahipal Lomro's fluent 47 involving three sixes and a really good boundary. And Rahul Tewatia finishing off the innings with a blitz in the end, 24 of 12. Again, big sixes displayed from him. Jofra Archer landing some blows. And in the end, they have reached a respectable total of 154 for 5. What do you think, Vedant? Defendable or easy to chase?
I think you are being very courteous to say that they have reached a defendable or a good, decent total, because 154 to me, it's looking a little on the lower side of it, because you have the opposition like Bangalore. They have Aaron Finch, they have Devdutt Padikkal, then you have Virat Kohli. There are so many players who are actually in the side. So I personally believe they are 10, 15, 20 runs short, and a good fielding effort can eventually help Rajasthan to come out on top.
I think the pitch is a little tough to bat on. As we saw, early wickets lost. Steve Smith chopped one onto his stumps. Joss Butler losing his wicket in unlucky fashion. Very aggressive captain from Virat Kohli. I'm very impressed the way he handled his troops, the way he handled his field positions. It was brilliant to watch. In the first 6 overs, he went all out. He totally attacked the batsmen, whether it was Chahal bowling, whether it was Navdeep Saini bowling. It was brilliant to watch because you don't get to see this much often in T20 cricket, this kind of test match captaincy. And he really rotated his bowlers really well. He bowled Chahal whenever he was required. It was fabulous to watch that he got almost everything spot on. Really good fielding effort, good catching. One or two lapses were there, of course, but apart from that, I think a really polished performance from Bangalore.
एक युवराज, जो एक चीज देखने में काफी मजा आया, हम बात भी कर रहे थे प्री शो के अंदर, और ये था कि शायद लॉन्ग ऑन लॉन्ग ऑफ और मिड विकेट, डीप मिड विकेट पे आपको कैचेस मिलेंगे देखने, और वो चीज हुई. मेरे हिसाब से ये जो प्रैक्टिस ज्यादा हो गई शारजा में, वो महंगी पड़ रही है. आप देख लीजिए, रॉबिन उथप्पा, 2 इनिंग्स हो गई हैं, युवराज लगातार, एक इनिंग्स दुबई के अंदर, एक इनिंग्स आबू धाबी में, दोनों बार चिप शॉट खेलते हुए आउट हुए. सिर्फ वही नहीं, रियान पराग की बैटिंग देख लें, आप किन्हीं और की बैटिंग देख लें, वो क्लियर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं फेंस. इज इट अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज फॉर, आई वुड से, जोफ्रा आर्चर? क्योंकि जोफ्रा आर्चर से ज्यादा उम्मीदें थी नहीं, और वो नीचे आके वो बड़े हिट लगा रहे हैं, तो प्रोबेबली डिस्गाइज for the upper middle order, but lower middle order is doing good. So is that a blessing?
Yeah, it is looking like they are still playing in the mindset of Sharjah, because they're not trying to clear the boundary here. There, even if you middle the ball, even if you miss it, the ball, it goes over to the goes over the fence for a six. But here the dimensions are really different. It's not a small difference. That's the problem. It's a huge notable difference where you need almost double the amount of power to clear the fence here. And Sharjah is a really small boundary, almost a difference of 20-25 meters, even more than that. So it can be tough adjusting to these conditions, but none of the batsmen really got going for them to have tried, for them to have made the effort to clear the boundary. And whoever made the effort got holed out on the boundary. The catches got swallowed, they were gulled. And it really did look like they are still playing at Sharjah. Their mind is still in Sharjah. Physically, they are here.
युवराज, एक चीज के बारे में बात करते हैं कि अगर थोड़ा सा इसको दूसरे एंगल से देखें, तो was it a good toss to lose for Bangalore? I have two reasons to say for that. One, they are not able to defend what they score. So I think पहली इनिंग्स में गेंदबाजी करके उनको ये पता चल गया कि हमें रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना है, और रिस्ट्रिक्ट एक कम स्कोर पे करना है. तो मेरे हिसाब से वहां पे एक हेल्प हो गई. दूसरी बात, शायद अंडर लाइट्स तो ज्यादा होगी नहीं, पर थोड़ी जब लास्ट 10 ओवर के अंदर अंडर लाइट्स आएगी, तो उसके अंदर शायद बैटिंग थोड़ी इजी हो सकती है और बॉल थोड़ी बैट पे ज्यादा आ सकती है. तो आई थिंक इट इज अ गुड टॉस टू लूज फॉर बैंगलोर.
Yeah, that time of twilight you're talking about, Vedant, a bit of lights. There will be generally under lights there is a bit of more swing and help for the fast bowlers. But on these pitches, such hot conditions, we are not seeing the ball swing. We are not seeing lateral movement. So it will come on to the bat as the pitch gets served with less of a sun. So I think the batting might be easier, but I think still Bangalore need to put in some effort because they have a good bowling lineup. They have Jofra Archer. The Bangalore batsmen have struggled against Shreyas Gopal. Virat Kohli has got out so many times against him. AB de Villiers has been struggling against the googly of leg spinners. So it's still not that easy, still a task on hand. But I think they should back themselves to chase this down.
आई जेन्युइनली बिलीव राजस्थान सिर्फ एक चीज की वजह से शायद ऑप टू बैट कर गया और वो था कि शायद हमें ड्यू का फेवर जो है वो सेकंड इनिंग्स में नहीं मिलने वाला है क्योंकि दिन का मैच है तो शायद बैटिंग कर लेते हैं और वो थोड़ा शायद मेरे हिसाब से बैकफायर कर गया एक बार चलिए स्कोर कार्ड की तरफ नजर डाल लेते हैं युवराज राजस्थान ने करी बैटिंग टॉस जीता और बल्लेबाजी का डिसीजन लिया 154 पे 6 20 ओवर में बनाने में कामयाब रहे जॉस बटलर लग रहे थे कि बहुत ही बेहतरीन फॉर्म में है 22 रन मारे 12 गेंदों के अंदर और एक बारी के लिए लग रहा था कि शायद बहुत बड़ी इनिंग्स खेल के जाएंगे नवदीप सैनी ने उनको चलता करा और देवदत्त पडिक्कल ने एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन कैच पकड़ा क्योंकि काफी नीचे था युवराज वो कैच उस कैच को पकड़ने के लिए आपको काफी अटेंटिव रहना था और वैसा ही कुछ पडिक्कल ने करके दिखाया 3 बाउंड्री 1 छक्का is what Josh Butler has been able to manage once again. 2 proper stars because of whom they have been able to win their first 2 games. Steve Smith and Sanju Samson did not perform with bat. 5 for Steve Smith. 4 रन बना पाए संजू सैमसन 9 रन कुल इन दोनों के बीच के अंदर रॉबिन उथप्पा यू हैव टू लुक वेयर यू हैव टू बैट बिकॉज 17 रन 22 गेंदे 1 चौका आई थिंक इज कंज्यूमिंग अ लॉट ऑफ डिलीवरीज और वो जो इनसे टीम एक्सपेक्ट कर रही है वो चीज निकल के नहीं आ रही है महिपाल लोमरोर काफी नीचे बैटिंग करने आए पर एक बार फिर अपनी क्लास दिखाने में कामयाब रहे 47 आई थिंक दैट्स द डिफरेंस इन द स्कोर कार्ड 47 in 39 deliveries 3 massive sixes and 1 बाउंड्री मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूं यहां पे आप अगर इस पूरे उसके अंदर देखें तो एक महिपाल लोमरोर ही ऐसे हैं और एक बटलर ऐसे हैं जिनने अभी तक एक भी मैच शारजाह में नहीं बटलर ने एक मैच खेला है एक सिर्फ महिपाल लोमरोर ऐसे हैं युवराज जिनने शारजाह में एक मैच भी नहीं खेला है और आप बैटिंग डिफरेंस देख लें आपके सामने बैटिंग डिफरेंस है कि वो उनकी प्रैक्टिस अभी भी इंडियन ग्राउंड के हिसाब से चल रही है उनकी प्रैक्टिस अभी भी ऐसी चल रही है कि मुझे फेंस क्लियर करनी है एंड उन he was able to score 47 runs. So I personally believe that's the difference. Then again, Rahul Tewatia managed 24 of 12 deliveries and Jofra Archer did what he's known for, smashed 1 boundary and 1 6, 16 for him. And at the end of it, Rajasthan posted 154 runs. When it comes to Bangalore's bowling, well, 3 wickets for Yuzvendra Chahal, 2 for Udana and 1 for Navdeep Saini. That's what they have been able to manage. We are just few more minutes away from the game. Let's look at best tweets of the first inning as well. First one coming from Sukinder Anand. He says, of all Indian leg spinners in this IPL 2020, Chahal is miles ahead. He's clever, courageous, and most importantly, has amazing control. Isn't afraid if he gets for a 6. Lovely to watch him. I think he has a point. And he has been able to deliver whenever required. इसकी वजह से चहल अब पर्पल कैप होल्डर भी बन चुके हैं बहुत ही कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मर है बैंगलोर के लिए ओवर द इयर्स अच्छा करते हुए आ रहे हैं और उस वजह से आज पर्पल कैप होल्डर भी बन चुके हैं दूसरा जो ट्वीट आ रहा है युवराज वो है साई चंद्र से वो कह रहे हैं I get the idea of having best batsmen playing bulk of balls in 2020 but I don't get the idea of opening with Rajasthan Royals. They're opening with Josh Butler and Steve Smith doing that makes middle order a little weak. I would rather bat Sanju Samson, Robin Uthappa or Yashasvi Jaiswal with Butler with Smith coming at 4. I think this is something which Rajasthan should look at because let me tell you Yuvraj, going forward in the tournament, if the pressure is on middle order and they don't have somebody who can actually take responsibilities, then they will be all over the place.
They are already a little all over the place, I think, with Uthappa and Riyan Parag not firing for them because they needed that. Riyan Parag was at the crease. He had time today, but still failed to display a good show. And I think if we talk about Bangalore here, it's not going to be the easiest of chases, but I'm still backing them to win this one. And as you mentioned, still finding their feet, Rajasthan still haven't got the right combination, and they have to do some changes. They have to bring someone up the order so that Steve Smith can bat at number three.
Final question, 154 is what Rajasthan has been able to manage. Can they defend it?
I think Bangalore will chase this down in 19.3 overs.
You mean no?
They can't defend, yeah.
All right. All right. Let's see what happens. 155 is what Bangalore need to actually register their third win. Will they be able to do or not? We'll find out. We're just moments away from the game. Let's move it.